Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another episode of the Professor's Picks alongside guess who?
It's the professor of Prague, I guess, right?
I guess so, right? That's why the show is called what it is. Mr. Ken Golden is here as always. What's happening, my friend?
Nothing. Let me get rid of my name tag, my Prezi name tag, and everybody could see, I don't know what this. Well, it doesn't say got Prague. It says something
Yeah, I forgot about that. So I'm like, what is that? Sponge top? What is that?
right, right. So I am recovering from Mellotron last night's Mellotron madness,
There you go.
and I've got a lot of good stuff this week.
Cool.
So ready to hit it?
Yeah, I'm
Oh.
ready. I'm ready.
There's one thing. Wait, can you bear with me one sec, everybody? Because I forgot to load a JPEG of something, and I'm going to do it right now. And then,
While Ken's doing that, in case you didn't know what we were talking about before about the Mellotron, we ran a favorite Mellotron album show last night between Ken, myself, and Scott Lade from the Prog Corner. Loads of fun if you want to hear three geeks spooging on about their favorite Mellotron albums and our favorite instrument. That's what that was all about. Go check it out. It was a lot of fun, a lot of very cool, obscure prog albums being mentioned, and we're going to do it again in a couple of weeks. So if you want to hear about more cool Mellotron albums, stay tuned in a couple of weeks for part two. So
there you go. Okay, so first thing I have one pre-order this week. This is for Louisa Patricia Crane. This is her second album, and she's well, maybe it's not so hard to describe. She's kind of like a more progressive Kate Bush, uh, multi-instrumentalist, but she gets really cool guests. This is her second album. She's got all the King Crimson people. She's got, except for Fripp, she's got Jocko on here, Mel Collins, Tony Levin, Ian Anderson's playing on here, Gary Husband, Nick Beggs. She gets all these people, and it's like I said, she's got a beautiful voice, very attractive lady, and yeah, really kind of interesting. Like I said, she's kind of, it's a bit ethereal, but it definitely has a prog element to it. So we started taking pre-orders for it. We have a regular CD, there's a CD DVD, there's a two-color vinyl, and it's like it's just a really weird, looks like a candy cane colors. And then there's this very elaborate box set, which is pretty expensive. And we actually, if people want to just like check her out, we actually have her first album. We got a bunch of them in stock that we have on clearance. So also quite good. So she doesn't, she doesn't have the name, but she's got the people, and she needs some exposure. And I'm happy to accommodate. So she's good. She's very good. So that's the only thing we have on pre-order. As far as like important restocks, the only thing we got in that's really important is that the Marcus Venisalo, the Finnish guitar player, and we haven't had that for a while. We got that thing back in. I think you have that one.
Yep.
He's killing on it, and his name's going to come up in a few minutes. So let me hit the alphabet. Let's go through. If I could learn how to scroll. Here we are, Ken. First one. People have been waiting for this. Agusa Noir. Now, people have to understand, I mean, this is a project the band has been working on for a long time. It's actually the soundtrack to a movie. And being the fact that it's a soundtrack to a movie, don't expect 18-minute songs. There's a lot. I think on the CD, I think there's 20 songs. They're short. But when you listen to them, they're actual songs, and they sound like Agusa. Some really heavy guitar and beautiful keyboards, flute. It's Agusa all the way through, but again, in small chunks. And that's just.
But really think about it, though. Agusa is an all-instrumental band anyway, and they're long tracks. So most of their albums have like, what, two songs, 20 minutes each.
Right.
A lot of them are pieced together little pieces, right? So
Yes.
this is, I mean, I haven't heard it yet, but I'm assuming this is just going to sound like an Agusa album, except with, stop
In a
start.
sense, yeah. I mean, like, I think the longest piece is like 4 minutes or so,
Wow.
So, it's short. But the thing is, at first I was like, you know what, this is gonna suck. I gotta be honest, this is not gonna work. But because I've heard these soundtrack albums before, they pull it off. It's actually, as pieces of music, it's very good. It's, you know, I came around on it really quickly. I think it's worthy of the band and of their fans' attention. So, I'm pretty sure they're working on a regular Agusa
Right.
album, but it's something they've been working on for quite some time.
How
And
long is it? About 50 minutes?
long. It's in fact, it's so long. We have the vinyl. They had to leave some songs off the vinyl to make it fit on a single album. So it may be. I think it's almost like 60 minutes or something like that.
Wow, that is pretty long then. Yeah.
There's a lot of music here.
Yeah.
So you just got to, but as I said, you listen to the tracks, it's going to clearly be a Gusa, just small doses. So
Yeah.
that's just pretty. So we got that. Next one, this is one that it came out. I think it slipped past us. Came out end of last year. Reissue of a Nexus Quam, Bizahungen. This was the second album from a Nexus Quam, originally released on the Ore label, early 70s. This sounds fucking insane. If anybody's, I don't know if anybody's familiar with a Nexus Quam, they made two albums. It's like psychedelic, it's psychedelic rock fused with free jazz. If that, and it was funny because I've had these in my collection, I don't know, 40 years. And like, I had them because like you collect the Ore label, but they were always, to me, they were always like these unlistenable albums. I couldn't wrap my head around it. And then they started reissuing this stuff and I went back and listened to them. I'm like, it's pretty damn good. You have to have a different, I have a different set of ears now. And so it's cool. A Nexus Quam. And this is from the original master tapes. It's been reissued before, but this is the first time it's from the original master tapes. Next thing we have Arion 01011 001 Live Beneath the Waves. Ooh, look at you get the special treatment, man.
Get the signed copy, right?
There you go. And he loves you, right?
Yeah. He and I are buds. We get along quite nicely.
He's a nice guy. He's a good guy. So it's live all-star performance. I mean, Damian Wilson, I forget who else is on this damn thing. I mean, like everybody, right?
Yeah.
Annika, I assume, is on there.
I haven't had a chance to listen to it yet, but hold on. Everybody hang on. I'll tell you who's on it. Let's see. Tom England from Evergrey.
Right.
Mike Mills on vocals. Daniel Gildenlow from Pain of Salvation. Jan Willem Kettlers. Marcella Bobbio. Irene Jansen. Brittany Slays. Damian Wilson. So a lot of the usual suspects are here. Hansi Kirsch from Blind Guardian. John J.C. Kuipers, who's played with him quite a bit over the last couple of years. Annika von Giersbergen. Jonas Rensky from Catatonia. Maggie Luyten and Simone Simmons from Epica. Oh, there's more. Fido Xavier is also on here. Lissalette Hecht, Marjan Velman, Woodstick. These are all singers. Arion himself. Wow, that's everybody's on here.
Yeah.
Joost Vandenbroek on keyboards, Ed Warby on drums, Johan van Straten on bass, Jeroen Gustens on flute, Marcel Koenen on guitars, Jen Mathot on violin, Timo Summers on guitars, and Jurien Westerveld on cello. That is the whole band.
Yeah, so it's like a who's who of, Dutch prog-metal and, with other people, Damian Wilson.
Well, that's what they do. I mean, when I've talked to him in the past, he's told me that whenever they play a live Arion or Star One gig, I mean, this is something that's planned well in advance to make sure they can get everybody there for the weekend for the performance. And it's like a big deal. So that's the only way they can bring in all of these stars all on the same weekend is he says they usually plan this well in advance of a year out. So.
Oh yeah. And they sell out. The shows sell out.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Event. So we got two versions. There's a 2 CD DVD and we have a Blu-ray. And they put clips of it up, previews, like trailers, and Pro Shot. Looks great. We do well with Arion. So there's the Blu-ray version. Next thing, arriving any moment. I'm waiting for the doorbell to ring. In the Gray Zone, Camel, KSN broadcast San Francisco, 1979. This one is for sure a radio broadcast. So it's been in collector circles for years. I don't remember if this was when Andy, I think at some point Andy was living in California. So this may have been around that time. This is like post nude, and you know, it's a good one to have if you're a Camel fan. It's not in the box set.
No, of course not.
Next one. You and I were talking about this before. Benjamin Croft, We're Here to Help. That's coming with the Camel. So Benjamin Croft, keyboard player, very talented keyboard player. And this album kind of crosses back and forth between different realms. It's prog rock, a bit of jazz rock, fusion, incredible cast. He's playing keyboards. Jeff Scott Soto on vocals, but I should say about half the album's vocals, half the album's instrumental. So he's got Jeff Scott Soto on vocals, on a female singer, Lindsay Ward. I'm not familiar with her. Greg Howe on guitar, Mike Stern on guitar. So you get these different flavors. Frank Gambale, Carter Arrington. Should I know him? I don't know. I don't know. He's playing with Billy Sheehan on bass, Stu Hams on bass, Simon Phillips on drums, Marco Miniman, other guys as well. So it's got this kind of crosshatch thing, and it's good. Guy could play. So
yeah, his previous stuff is really good too. He's a good player, and he always gets really great musicians too.
I like the cover too. I think it's
pretty good. It's really good, right?
Yeah. Next thing, actually, Indian musician Tanshaman Das, Progress Report, and prog-metal. It's a full-blown prog-metal album, and came out on the Clips music label out of Finland. And Eric Porter should take note, because Derek Sherinian plays on this album.
Wow.
So, it's cut from like the Dream Theater cloth. And yeah. So let's see what else we got. Oh, it's been 5 minutes since we've had a new female-fronted symphonic metal band. Here's one called Elvalon, Ascending in Synergy, another Napalm band. I don't know how they can sort them out. I mean, they just keep churning them out. I don't know.
I must get emails like every day, like at least. Sorry, I hear like a truck backing up somewhere. From Napalm, at least 5 a day of new releases. They must put out like 20 new albums a month. I can't even
God bless them. Yeah. And they're like a factory when it comes to these female fronted bands.
Yeah.
I mean, that's their niche market, that they cornered that market a long
European,
time.
European female fronted melodic symphonic power metal. Yep.
And Napalm stole Delane away from me. So. But, it's all good. All good. I kid. All right. Marty Friedman, Drama. George asked me if I've heard it. I didn't get a chance to hear it. So, George, I will listen to it, and I will let you know. It's Marty Friedman. What do you need to know about Marty Friedman now?
It's great.
So, great guitar player. Now, this one is interesting, and this one, hopefully, this will still be on the website when the video airs, because I don't have many copies left of this. I got shorted on this one. It's an offshoot from the band Canaan. It's called Full Earth Cloud Sculptors. It's on Stickman. Pete, this one is right in your wheelhouse. It's heavy stoner, psychedelic prog. A lot of keyboards, Mellotron on here, a lot of organ. There's even some flute, but it's heavy instrumental stuff. Long tracks, 20-minute songs, 18-minute songs.
Do you say you have that in stock already?
I have it. I don't have too many, but I got one less right now. It's got your name on it. It's
I happen to like a lot of the stuff that comes out on Stickman. So
they're a good label. Good label.
They really are.
So,
they go a little under the radar, but yeah, their stuff is very good.
Yeah, and actually he's quite easy to deal with. He's a very nice guy. It's just I got this from a third party because I didn't have enough to order from Stickman to make an order. So I ordered a bunch of these and just got a handful, and I've already sold a couple, and it may not be on the website come airing of this. And if it is, grab it because it won't be there very long. Next thing, I didn't get a promo on this. I don't know what it's really what it sounds like. Arion Lucasen, Robert Soderbergh's Plan 9, The Long Lost Songs, 2 CD set. So it's Arion Lucasen and Robert Soderbergh, who I guess they've been bandmates for over the years. And if I'm not mistaken, this is something that's like a project that's like on the bluesy side.
Like bluesy hard rock, it's supposed to be. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be. I haven't heard it, so we're a day ahead of street date, so they don't send it out. So double CD. Next one I'm very excited about. Magic Brother and Mystic Sister, Tarot Part 1. There is going to be a Part 2 coming. They are a Spanish duo. Excuse me. Oh, wow. She okay? And and it's psychedelic prog, very ethereal, but strangely it goes into like Canterbury direction. Like it's kind of like a little bit like Gong without the silliness. It's just straight ahead, and it's based on the tarot. And we did really well with their first album, got phenomenal feedback. A lot of people were excited about this one, and I'm happy that it finally showed up. So this is a really good band, and I think it's a band because this is only their second release. We're going to start to hear a lot from these guys and girls.
And keep going. There's someone at my front door. That's why my dog's going. Let's keep going. I'll be back in a second.
No problem. I'll keep going. Next thing we got is a Finnish jazz rock band, fusion band called Pila. Great guitar work on this. Kind of a big band. There are some vocals on it. And it's funny that Pete just left because Pete was the one who tipped me to the band. So maybe when he comes back, he'll expound on Pila a bit more. But it's got a little bit of funk to it, and it's good stuff. Next thing we got, Sigurdur Ragvaldsson. It's called Luna, and he's a great guitar player. And this is very much rooted in 70s jazz rock, and very, very, very good. A lot of keyboards. There you go. Hey, I don't blame you. The show must go on, though. So Pila. I was talking about Pila, which was the band you had turned me on to. You remember that Pila from Finland, the Finnish band, kind of like funky, like jazz rock fusion, but a little bit of funk, some vocals. I thought
good album. Yeah.
Yeah, and very good guitar work.
Yeah.
So then now I was mentioning this Sigurdur Ringvaldsson, Luna. And again, if you're into like 70s jazz rock fusion, Return to Forever, what have you, a lot of Rhodes organ, but some really tasty guitar work. This is a bit of a sleeper. I think it's a very, very good record. Again, coming out of Finland. It's hard to read, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sigurdur Rangvaldsson. You could always check it out on he's on Bandcamp. You can always find him on Bandcamp. Next thing, I'm not even going to try and pronounce the second part of this. Tatu. I'll give it a shot. I'll make a fool of myself. Tatu and Tukis Mas Makajat, which, from my understanding, translates to Tatu and the Explorers. And it's called Vasta Alcustoa. Here's what you need to know about it. It's all instrumental progressive rock. Marcus Venisalo is the guitarist, and he goes off. And it's killer instrumental prog. That's all you need to know. And very, very good. Next thing, the last CD for the week, prog-metal. I didn't do research. Thornbridge, Daydream Illusion. I believe they're German. Power metal. That's what I could tell you about it. For vinyl, I have the aforementioned. I have Agusa. I have the Annexus Quam, and I had the Magic Brother and Mystic Sister. And the dog is going crazy, and that can only mean DHL is here with the Benjamin Croft and the Camel. So that's what I got for this week, and I'm already loading up for next week.
Well, my wife just got home from airport, so that was crazy.
Because bursting out is more important. So
yeah, you know exactly.
it's all about priorities, man.
That's right. That's right. So as always, we'll have the complete list posted down in the comments below. It'll be pinned right at the top, so easy to find. Remember, lasercd.com is the place to go to. And what do we always tell them, Ken, each and every week?
Oh, you got to buy a lot, please, and buy often. Use your help. So
right. A lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff. I'll be placing an order myself. So as always. So cool. So we'll see you back here, everybody, next week on the Professor's Picks. And let's see what do we got coming up here on the channel tomorrow. I will be doing part 3 of a show with Rich Catino, where we're looking at some of the cool new wave of traditional heavy metal bands that have been popping up on the scene in recent years. That's coming up tomorrow evening, tomorrow afternoon. Going to be joined by those 2 very friendly chaps from the UK, Simon Bray and Stephen Reed, doing a little album war tomorrow. And then on Sunday, I will be venturing into the ranking the albums with Grant Arthur. We're going to be doing what is a pretty cool band, although they don't really do kind of like what a lot of the other bands that we talk about on this channel do. The band is called Firefall. Most people know them as kind of like a soft rock band, but they have like some really interesting material across their albums. They've got 9 albums. We're going to be ranking that on Sunday. And then, Tuesday is, of course, in the prog seat. And we are going to be revisiting some of our favorite albums from 2004. Very interesting show. Make sure you tune into that one. Don't miss it. So, yeah, it was really good. So till then, visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube all together all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and click on that little notification bell down there so you get alert of all of our content as it posts. And please, if you would, please hit the like button. YouTube likes when you do that. It helps them spread our video around to more people, and that's always a good thing. So we'll see you soon here with more stuff. Tune in next week for the Professor's Picks. Lasercd.com. List of albums and stuff is down below. Ken Golden, I'm Pete Pardo. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thanks again.